like you guys were, trying to. There wasn't anything going on, and just happened. I mean, how does it happen that you're fighting a guy like Perry? I suppose.
Uh, I mean, yeah, like you said, it's not something that I plan on doing. It just happens. The puck was across the ice. He cross-checked me. I cross-checked him back, and then that's kind of how it ended up happening. Yeah.
We'll go next to Mike McIntyre from the Winnipeg Free Press. Go ahead, Mike.
Nikolaj, just on that front, Corey Perry's a big man, a big strong man. I guess what concerns do you have when you're going into something like that, and how do you think it went?
I think it went okay. Obviously, he's a bit bigger, a bit stronger, and heavier than me, but you always know that something bad could happen. But I try to protect myself, and I'm obviously not a great fighter. I know that, but it's I try to stand up for myself, and it's worked out, so it is what it is. Yeah.
And we'll go back to Scott Billick from the Sun. Go ahead, Scott.
Better unmute myself. Changing gears from fighting to Pierre-Luc Dubois. I mean, you're not on his line at the moment, so you get to watch him play. He says he hasn't kind of hit his stride yet, but the things that he does, he's very strong on the puck. Obviously, can get in and out of those corners pretty good. I mean, how can you sum it up? After these last couple of games where he's finally back, kind of in the lineup here.
Yeah, I mean, he's been great for us, obviously. Him saying he's not 100% there yet, just shows how good of a player he is, and that he wants to keep improving. He had a tough start with quarantining, being out with an injury. So he's doing pretty well, I think. So it's exciting for us. It's exciting for him. And like everyone else in the room, he's going to continue getting better and growing as a player. So he's a lot of fun to watch right now.
I'll go back to Mike McIntyre from the Winnipeg Free Press. Go ahead, Mike.
Nikolaj, I'd just like to get your thoughts on kind of the current state of the Canadian division, the North Division. It seems like there's some separation starting to happen in the division. I don't know if people predicted that would happen 20 games into the year. But just your thoughts, I guess, on pulling ahead of a team. Do you think it's easier for teams this year maybe to try and get back into it if they fall behind, because every game is going to be a divisional game? But is there also added incentive if you're one of those teams that's on a hot streak to maybe keep the foot on the gas to really try and bury another team?
100%. There's for teams that go through a rough stretch, there's 100% a chance of getting back. Especially this year, you're playing against your own division every single game. So it can turn really quick also for the teams that are doing well. So you got to keep your foot on the gas throughout the whole season, every single game. You usually try and do that. It's not just this year. So it's nothing new. It's still hockey. Anything can happen all the time. That's what makes the sport exciting. And this year, everyone playing in every single game against their own division, it makes it even more exciting. So definitely, everyone has a chance, no matter how many points they're behind or ahead. It can go both ways. So you want to keep that consistency in your game. You want to give yourself a chance to win every single game. And that's exciting.
We'll go next to Kelly Moore from CJOB. Go ahead, Kelly.
Hey, Nikolaj. I think you guys are probably far along enough in your careers, but I just wondering, in the first period when that puck kind of skipped away from Paul and Petrie was able to get it up to Drouin and then Armia scored, but for you guys then to be able to come back and score the kind of a goal that you did in the second period, how much, if any, of an impact mentally and making you feel positive about how the line is going did that have on you guys individually?
You know, we know what we're capable of as a line. You know, I'm playing with two great players. They make it really easy. They get in the right spots to be able to score goals like that. You know, not every goal needs to be as pretty as that. But I think we're playing well. You know, my mistake on that goal against, there would have been a lot simpler plays than what I was trying to do. But you know, you hopefully learn from that. I think I'm going to try and learn from that. So you know, mistakes happen, and that we're able to, you know, battle back, and I think we as a line played a pretty good game, and end up getting the 2 points. That's shows that we don't give up, even when we make mistakes. So we're all there for each other. We help each other out, and that's what's given us the chance to win every single game, even though we're behind, and that's an exciting team to play for.
We'll go next to Guillaume Lefrançois from La Presse. Go ahead, Guillaume.
Hi, Nikolaj. I want to take you back a few years back. I'm sure you faced Pierre-Luc Dubois quite often in your last junior year since you were playing the same division. I'm just curious to know what you remember from him back then and what you see today and how much he has evolved.
Well, I mean, of course, he's grown. He's become a better player, like everyone else making it to the NHL. You learn every single year. You know, my second year, my last year in Halifax, it was his first year. So, you know, you could see that he had something special. He was, you know, he's pretty big now. But he wasn't a small guy then either. And you could see that he had some skill. You could see that he could read the game and play the game at a high level, even as a young guy. So, you know, seeing how far he's got and what he's doing for us right now doesn't come as a big surprise. So, you know, it's pretty funny sometimes how it works out with, you know, you play against the guy for a year and in junior and 6 years later you're playing with him on the same team. It's fun. And he's a great player for us, and he's just going to keep growing the way he has grown the last couple of years, and that's exciting for us.
Thanks very much, Nikolaj.
Thank you.
Use the raise hand function now, and we'll get started.